Hi, I'm Mark from Kelsey Media Motorcycle Division, and today we're going to put together what's in this box, which is an instant shed motorcycle shelter from our friends at Machine Mart. So this is the dimensions here. We're looking at 6 by 12 by 8, and the package here weighs 41.5 kilos. So let's get it open and see what's inside. Everything is very neatly packed and looks very well organised. So we have a very easy to understand and quite comprehensive instruction booklet, blowing in the wind. And we have all the parts here which have actually got numbers on, as you can see, even the ones in this box here. So we just put it that way. These are all numbered, so that should make it nice and easy when we're putting it together. First impressions on these, very, very nice quality, really good finish on those, and plenty of them to go at, so let's crack on. So the first thing we've done is lay these out, all nicely numbered in order. So you've got your 1s and your 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s and so on. So it looks like that. That's the tarps on that end, all the stuff. And then we've laid out the smaller attachments in this box lid here. So now we just need to count that. We've got all those. And we've got all those. So everything is present and correct. So step 1, preparing the roof parts. So we just need to get all the bits that are labelled with those numbers and assemble them in accordance with that diagram. And there's a bit of extra information there. So we've got all the roof parts laid out like this in order, and now it's just a case of putting them together and tapping them in with a rubber or wooden mallet to make sure that they're all fixed securely. So this is where we are after 1 hour, which involves unboxing it and setting everything out and checking it's all there, and we're 90% there with the roof. Okay, now we've got the roof assembled, it's time to do some leg work. Make your legs like this. Perhaps I should have said this earlier, but it does take 2 people to do this comfortably, and myself and my better half have just assembled the legs in probably about 2 minutes. So that's where we're at. It's looking like something from the 1970s and 80s climbing frame wise at the moment, but it's upside down. So now it's time to go to the next stage and get it looking like a shed. So right, this is where we're actually going to put it, and we're going to anchor it down to the floor. And as you can see, I'm 6 foot tall. There's plenty of room here. Look how wide it is as well. And if you can see this, look how far I can go back, all the way to here. So there's actually plenty of room in here. Now, what I intend to do is, I've got an off-roader motorcycle, so that may well go in here. But I've also got a garden tractor that is currently in the shed where I'd like to put my main road motorcycle. So what this is going to do is give me a number of options. Do I put the garden equipment in here and use the shed for the bike in there? Or do I put one motorcycle in here, one in there? I'm going to figure that out. But what this does give me is a fantastic load of room with plenty of options. Now we've just got to get the sides roof on. So these are the anchors, and they go in on the inside of the structure. And what I'm doing here, I'm just screwing them in. I'm using a spanner to sort of turn it like a tap, if you like. And then I've got to secure it in with these cables here and some little attachments. There you go. Those. So, a bit of screwing now on a Saturday afternoon, as the actress said to the bishop. Okay, these ground anchors are actually in place now. I'm not going to lie, this was by far the hardest part of putting these in was screwing these into the ground. But I don't think that's going to go anywhere, and that cable looks pretty strong. Right, it's time to put on the two M panels, one with zips, so get into it. And we're going to be using the ratchet system to secure them. So you simply knock this out with a mallet, pop this on the inside, getting this sort of wrapped around like that. So that's on the inside, and then you pop that back in again. And it's the same up the top there. And it's going to be the same over that side too. So basically you need to undo a little bit of what you've done so you can get these straps in the right place. So it's quite a windy day today, and the boss has got some wise words. We're going to attach the ratchet system now to these straps that are inside. Now, what have you noticed?
I've noticed that the strap that runs through the whole of the side here is knotted deliberately through a loop here.
Okay.
And I can tell in the wind that this is for a very good reason. Only take it out of that loop when you're ready to attach it to the ratchet.
Because it's going to disappear inside the...
Correct. It's going to shoot out and then you won't be able to rethread it through. So don't take this out till you're ready, and hold on
and where
tight.
have you got the ratchet? I'm going to get my shadow out of the way. So how does that fix on the inside then? It goes on the inside, yeah?
It goes on the inside, yeah. So you put the end of this through according to the instructions, and then you're ready to tighten it up. But don't do it until you're ready.
So the hook on the end of the ratchet goes through that hole here, yeah?
Yes, that's correct.
Right, let's give it a go. So this is how the ratchet looks when it's in place, like that. It's facing the inside, and the hook goes in the side hole like that. Now what we've done is we've just basically done the same on the other side, but we've tightened it up a little bit, and then we've actually unzipped this because it's very windy today. So we're going to just do the same now with the other end, boss with mallet in hand. And as I said before, we just knock these out here and at the top, out the side, and then we feed the strap over. We'll show you that in a minute. So at the top you can see I've disconnected that cross section there and wrap this around. That strap is the key. It comes on the inside, and now I can connect this back up again. Then, same with this strap on here. So you bash that out and put the strap around in that sort of fashion. So as you can see, that's what you end up with. All these straps are on the inside, and we're ready to go now. And it's now time to ratchet it at the bottom. It's very, very windy at the moment. What we're supposed to do is rope this at both ends, kind of here and up there, and then pass it over the top. And then there's some horizontals to fix on the inside. It's very windy. It's going to be flapping around like a sail. We've got 28 mile-an-hour gusts. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to fix one side with the horizontals and then pull it over the top, thinking that it'll already be secured in place this side. So we'll see how that goes. So we've fixed these horizontal bars in place. We've pushed them through the tarpaulin, and we're now going to show you a little hack which isn't in the instructions, but it did actually work. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, it's extremely windy today, extremely windy. So what you're supposed to do is follow the instructions and tie some rope and drag it over the top with ropes. But what we decided to do, because it's winded, it's like a sail, we've actually fixed it in situ one side, and then pull the whole thing over the top, so that's pinning it down. The boss is there holding on to it, and I'll just back off a wee bit and show you how it's looking. So at the moment that looks like it was a good idea. So now we're going to put this bar scenario in on this side as per the instructions, and then we can slacken off with spanners, etc., and just get it the right tautness before ratcheting it. Well, it seems to have worked. What we've done is we've made sure that all these are the same height off the floor, and I've tightened them up enough to grip in place, but not too much, because we might need to adjust it. So what we've got to do now is do the ratcheting for the side bits, and then we're pretty much done. So the final thing is to put the last 4 ratchets on, and the last 4 ratchets are basically catching hold of the side bit here, which wraps around the outside bar, and then you ratchet them in place at the bottom like that.
Not to over tighten those.
Yep, not to over tighten. And you can see the flap there on the corner. That basically sits on the outside, so I guess that's just, we'll just run off that. So we just need to repeat that on all 4 corners, and we're pretty much done. Right, so we're finished, and it is moving around a little bit in the wind, but we have it anchored very well at the 4 corners with the screwing things, so the anchoring is really important. You can see here we've got the ratchets as well, which you can make sure everything is nice and taut. These you can actually move out a little bit to get it nice and square, but it's really robust, and we're actually very pleased with the finished article. As you can see, this one particularly is 8 foot high, and we are 6 foot wide, and we're 12 foot long. So there's plenty of room to get whatever motorcycle you want in here. You know, if you're thinking Harley V-Rod, that's going to easily go in here. So it's a great addition. It gives you a lot of scope what to do with it. As I said earlier, we may not end up putting both bikes in here. We'll just put one bike in here potentially, or we may even use the shed far end where the garden tractor and lawnmower is right now to put the bike in and put the other stuff in here. It's a fantastic piece of kit. I would allow definitely a day and 2 people to put it up, and it's going to give us plenty of options. So at the moment, I've decided not to put motorcycle in here, but it is, as you can see, giving us a huge amount of options. And I have got another bike coming soon, so all this may change, but what it does give you is fantastic options. At the moment, as you can see, I've got a big garden tractor in here with a grass box on the back. I've got a normal lawnmower, and at the far end, I've got quite a big trailer. So I'm very pleased with it. And we're over a month in with this now, and it's been fantastic. We've had a lot of sun, as you can appreciate. We've had quite a bit of rain today, actually, for the first time in ages. And I've had a lot of wind, and it is still as good as it went in. Everything's bone dry, and it is a lovely place in which to work, and it's going to be a great addition.